this video, I'm going to get you started writing code in Swift and using a framework called SwiftUI, using the app Swift Playgrounds, so you can build your very own app. Okay, that's a lot of Swift, so give me a moment. Let me just quickly explain what all these things are. So Swift is a programming language created by Apple. It's open source and is used to create apps for iOS, iPadOS, and maybe even visionOS. SwiftUI is a framework. So if Swift is the programming language, SwiftUI is a set of tools that is built using this language. So you have to know the language and you have to know the tools. Swift Playgrounds is the app that I hope you have downloaded by now on your iPad. This is what we will be using to write apps for our iPad. So let's get started. Over here, you see my iPad, and I'm going to get started by creating a new app. Here's my little mouse cursor, and I'm going to move down over here to plus app, and I'm going to tap. What that does is it generates a new app for me, and over here it says my app copy 46. Yours should not say my app copy 46 unless you have previously tapped this button 45 times. I have indeed tapped this button more than 45 times. What this is something very simple. It's just for you to get used to laying things out on screen and putting your face, putting your name, putting some buttons on screen. We're going to call it a name card. So here's how you change it. You tap and hold, okay, tap and hold and choose rename. And down here, give it a name. So I'm going to type name card. I'm going to type name card explorers over here, just so that it's slightly different from all the other name cards I have done over the years. Okay, you can call it anything else you want. You might notice that you get a different icon and a different color from me. That's okay. You will get to customize this very shortly. What I'd like you to do next is to tap on this to open up your little app. Here you go. On the right hand side is a preview of your app. It says hello world, hello. And up here is a little menu bar. Lots of different things you can tap on. The first thing I'd like you to tap on is this over here. This is the sidebar. If you tap on it, you'll open up the sidebar. You will see two files. One is content view, that's the file right here. And the other one is my app. I would very much like for you not to do anything to my app for the time being, because I have had students who opened it up, saw that it was a bunch of code, decided they didn't need it, deleted it, and things went horribly wrong after that. So I tapped on it to open it in a new tab, but you can close it by tapping on this little close button over here. Okay, so all the work we're going to do for this unit is in content view. The other thing I'd like to highlight for you here is my app settings. So I'm going to tap on this, and this is where you can change the name of your app, at which point you might be like, wait a minute, YJ, didn't I just change the name of my app? Yeah, you kind of did. You changed the name of your project, but this is the name of the app that will show up if someone installs it on your home screen. So for this, I want you to also name it name card. This one can repeat across different apps. You can also choose your accent color, which doesn't mean that your accent changes color. It just means it's the primary color for your app. Think of all the apps that you use on iOS. There are some apps that have a very distinct accent color. Yellow belongs to the Notes app, and the Calendar app uses red. The Messages app uses blue and sometimes green. So I'm going to choose a color that I like. You can swipe back and forth to choose a color that you like. Okay, and down here, you can choose an icon that you like. These are some placeholder icons. If you were to publish this app, you cannot use a placeholder icon. You have to actually choose a custom icon. But for now, we can just make use of these fun little icons that Apple has prepared for us. Okay, so I'm going to choose a face over here. This happy little face. Haha. All right, and I'm going to tap on this X button to close. And now I'm going to close the sidebar. But you'll notice something's missing. My preview is gone. So let's bring back the preview over here. Tap on this. And the preview should now say hello world. If at this point you notice that the preview isn't showing up and instead you get some kind of error message that says something about com.apple.dt previews or something like that, you might need to approach your school IT staff to get something changed so that you can actually run apps. Okay, so assuming everything's all right, what I'd like you to do is I would like you to look at these two lines of code. There's an image and a text. I would like you to delete the image, please. So for this, you can just tap over here. All right. If you have a keyboard, you can hold down the Shift key and just select. Okay, select all the way to the end. You can press Command right to select all the way to the end. or you can use the drag handles if you're using a touchscreen, and press delete. Okay, just press backspace. The preview over here updates. Okay, so the preview over here is live. Everything that you change on the left-hand side will show up on the right-hand side. So as a first go, I would like you to change the text "Hello World" to your name. You can pause the video here and try it out. Did you pause the video? I'm just going to stare at the screen while you pause the video. Okay, I'm going to presume you paused the video. So all you need to do is, you probably guessed it, to change "Hello World" to your name, you can go over here and change this to your name. I'm so funny. Dad jokes. Sorry. I'm going to change it to my actual name, which is YJ Soon. Okay, and you'll notice that every time I change a letter, it updates on the right-hand side. Lovely stuff. Okay, this line over here is unnecessary. I'm going to press backspace to delete it. Okay, so SwiftUI doesn't actually care about spaces between lines. You can leave spaces if you want, and later on maybe I'll show you when it's good to leave spaces. My next challenge to you is, can you add another line of code underneath the first one that describes what you do? Okay, another line of code that describes what you do. I'll wait here. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to presume that you paused the video. I'm just going to press enter and type text, open bracket. Notice that when I type open bracket, the close bracket shows up. Okay. Also notice that because I stopped typing to talk to you, I got an error. And that's because you have to put double inverted commas followed by some text inside this little text view. All right. So not to worry, just type double inverted comma. It gives you the close inverted comma, which is super handy. And I'm going to tell you what I do inside this name card app. So I am a person who yells at screen. Okay, that's pretty much what I've been doing for the last 10 minutes or so. Okay, this is awesome. Now you have two lines of text. They are one above the other. You probably know that if you wanted to add more text, you can just press enter and do text once again. Now, this over here on the left-hand side is a lot like trying to lay out a word processing document by writing with a set of rules. If you've ever done web programming, it's very, very similar to HTML. So instead of using a drag and drop interface to put text over here and decide that it's center aligned and things like that, you just type the code and SwiftUI will lay it out in a certain way on your screen. Okay, I have one more thing I'd like you to do. I would like you to add a picture of yourself to this view. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go open my camera app. Okay, so your iPad should have a camera. So I'm just going to go down here, press the home button, and my camera app happens to be down here. Or you can drag down and type camera, and it will open the camera app for you. Okay, so this is the camera app. This is my awful table. Please pay no attention to how messy it is. And I'm going to shift over here. That's me. Hello. Okay, great photo. And I'm going to switch back by double tapping on this. Go to playgrounds. And now I want to bring in my photo into this app. So, okay, for this part, take a moment, take a photo of someone, and come back here. Now, let's add the photo inside. Open up the sidebar. And there's a button up here that lets you add a new document. So tap on that, choose photo, and you will pull up your app gallery. Okay, now you can tap on your face over here, and it will import it into your app. Okay, it's upside down, which is a little bit strange, but that could be because my iPad is kind of tilted. Maybe it thinks the camera is upside down. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to undo this. I'm going to close this thing. I'm going to delete this, tap and hold. Okay, tap and hold, delete this. And I'm going to go to my Photos app. Right, so I'm going to go back to my Photos app, which is actually down here. And once again, please ignore my other photos. Tap on this. I'd like you to just make a quick edit. All right, if you make a quick edit on this, I'm going to tap on this auto button, press done. And now when it's saved, you can re-import it and it will be the right way up. So I'm going to go back to my app, press plus, choose photo, and tap on my photo once again. And it should import the right way up. Fantastic. It's a bit hard to see, but Swift Playgrounds is asking me to rename this file. I thoroughly recommend you rename it, so I'm going to call it me. Okay, and press enter. If you missed out on the chance to rename it, just tap and hold on it and choose rename. All right, we're almost done with this bit. Now go back to your content view, open up your preview, and above your name, type in image, open bracket, double inverted commas, me. Make sure the M in me is in capital letters, otherwise it will complain. So let me just show you. If I put lowercase me, all right, it's going to say no image named me found, at which point you're like, wait a minute, it's right there. I have an image called me. But to Swift, it's different. Okay, capital M me and lowercase m me are different files. So you have to be very careful about this. So I'm going to change this to uppercase M me. Okay, my face is horribly large over here, so I'm going to add a couple of lines to make it less large so you don't have to keep staring at my nostril. Press enter and type dot resizable. Okay, you're going to see that when you type some words, it's going to try and autocomplete for you. I want you to make good use of this because this is autocomplete and it's fantastic. Instead of typing 10 characters, you can just type 3 characters. Think of all the seconds you will save. So press enter on this. Great. And I'm going to press enter again and type dot scale to fit. If the autocomplete shows what I want, I'm just going to press enter and it's going to select it for me. And now I have a decently sized image of me, although it's a terrible photo, but we make do with what we can. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.